Once upon a time, bad bitch Eva Villain lived in the city.
I recently visited San Diego, and my son-in-law and my daughter, they also recently purchased a condominium in San Diego, and it is a strata or strata type of living community. And by that, I mean you personally own your living unit, but then there's a shared community space. Like the grounds are a shared community space. And one of the things that they have on their property is our community gardens that are just spread throughout the whole property. They're not just in one place, they're just scattered throughout the whole property. And it was the best thing that I ever experienced while I was there. Condominiums and apartment units are considered multifamily dwelling units or multifamily dwelling communities, and they are environmentally friendly in probably many aspects. But one of the aspects is being energy efficient. Multifamily dwelling units are more energy efficient versus single family dwelling units. But that community garden setting that I experienced while I was in San Diego at my son-in-law and my daughter's home, just got the gears, my brain thinking, what if, and that those community gardens in that type of multifamily dwelling scenario, it's just a win-win for everybody, for the developer, for the unit owner, and for the environment, and then overall for society and the world in general. And it is because, let's say, the government, it got me thinking, what if the government provided an incentive to individuals that strictly purchase a multifamily dwelling unit that specifically has a community garden environment on the property? What if the government provided an incentive for developers that were developing or are developing multifamily dwelling units that have community gardens on the property themselves, provided incentives for individuals that are strictly buying condominiums and apartments that have community gardens situated on the property. What So let's say, for example, I'm looking to buy an apartment or an apartment unit or a condo unit. I'm looking to buy one to own, but I'm specifically looking for one that has a community garden environment on the property. Me choosing to buy that, specifically one that has a community garden environment on the property. What if the government, or had an incentive for like a certain percent off my property tax, because I specifically made a choice to buy a unit that had that on the property itself? I think it's no different from these EV vehicle programs that the government has. We have these EV programs, federal programs that are available in regards to in regards to vehicles, but I don't see why the government can't implement the same program for individuals that buy apartments or condominiums with community gardens incorporated onto the property grounds themselves. I think it could expand also towards the developer. Let's say I'm a developer and out. I am building condominiums and apartment units. What if by specifically choosing to incorporate community gardens onto that real estate development, I avail of some type of incentive. Having incentive programs available to developers that are developing multi-family dwelling real estate, and having incentives to individuals that are specifically choosing to buy condominium units or apartment units on a property that does have community gardens on its property. I think that's something that the government should start. It's something that the government should consider, and it's no different from those EV vehicle programs that are available not right now through the government. I'm just really proud of my son-in-law, really proud of my daughter for making that choice in buying their first home purchase, which is a condo unit, a multifamily dwelling unit with a community garden on its grounds. I mean, I visited, I stayed with them, I experienced it, and that's what spurred this idea. And I think the best thing was because that was available right outside their door. I wanted to make like fresh basil pesto. So my 9-year-old granddaughter and I, we walked out to one of those spots, one of the community gardens, and there was an abundance of fresh basil, and we started to pick, and I was able to tell her, pick the smaller leaves because that means that's new growth, which is fresher. And I was just really happy to share that moment with my 9-year-old granddaughter. But then I think what her parents choosing to buy a home with that type of setting on the grounds, I think that's a really, really nice move on their part. I loved that experience. It really left a mark on me, and it got me thinking about how this benefits individuals, developers, and the world itself. We want to care for the earth. We want to have, respect for the environment. And I think implementing a program that nurtures developers to build community gardens when they are building multi-family dwelling units, also providing an incentive so that individuals that are looking to purchase into a multi-family dwelling unit type of living environment, they are kind of like spurred to really opt to buy a unit that has a community garden setting implemented onto the grounds or the property. Yeah, that's my vlog. That's today's vlog, and I'm going to end it here with a video clips of my son-in-law, my daughter's community garden, their community garden environment. I did also mention in my other vlog, my previous vlog, that I would be sharing a Vogue Christmas tree. This is a do-it-yourself tutorial on a do-it-yourself Vogue Christmas tree. So you can take any magazine you want, flip it open, fold it like this, give it a fold like this, okay, and then give me 1 second, fold it again, like this. So you first fold it like that, then you fold it like this, and then once you folded it twice like that, you take it and you fold this. Fold that like that. Then you open this up, you fold that part back in, you fold this like that, and you're done with that first fold. You then flip this over and you move on to the next page and do the same thing again. You make this fold, the first fold, make the second fold, fold this up, open this up, flip this up, and once you're done folding all the pages, this is what you end up with. This is my, I think this was, I forget which month, but this is one of my Vogue magazines that I folded and turned into this Christmas tree. This is my Vogue Christmas tree. What am I wearing? I am wearing this plaid bustier with this velvet ribbon trim detail. These are my newest barrow jeans purchased from Ross. These, I'm wearing it with these, my pearl stud earrings, also from Shein. And you could
this one?
Yeah.
Do you want a big one?
Try the smaller ones because they're fresh. Like those, you know, like these. They're like the smaller ones
They
are
smell so
fresh.
good.
I know. Smells good, right?
Or
These are a
it's-
lot older.